So the ball gets rolling, the season is underway with Manchester United in their change strip of yellow shirts and blue shorts, defending the goal to our left. And there's Jerry Daly straight away. Martin and Anderson is after this, but McNabb should get there first, allowing it to go for the throw. Manchester United with a season of real crisis behind them, finishing 18th with relegation worries for so long. Arsenal, remember, finishing second last season. Here's Rice. Forward now for Kennedy, into the path of George Armstrong. And that was cut out nicely by Martin Buchan. Back to Alex Stepney. Good throw there to Morgan. So another throw to Arsenal. And McNabb taking it. Radford. Oh, that was a very strong challenge and an unfair challenge there by Holton, hacking away at Radford. He really hacked away at the Arsenal number 9 without too much chance of making contact with the ball. Simpson with the free kick. Charlie George coming for this one, dummying there, and Kennedy now! Yes! Ray Kennedy! 1-0 to Arsenal with less than 2 minutes gone. And really, it all began with the foul by Holton on Radford, giving that free kick, Simpson floating it in, a nice dummy by Charlie George, and Kennedy taking the rebound to hammer it past Alex Stepney. Deep towards Ray Kennedy. Ball is there as well, touch back for Armstrong, hit on the volley. Radford trying to get his head to it, but it was a little too low. Charlie George now to Radford, can tee one up, and it won't quite go. Booted away there by Steve James, when that looked like number 2, but Radford looks in exhilarating form at the moment. Price, but that's an easy one for Stepney. And Price filling in very nicely in what those midfield situations for Arsenal. Buchan. George Graham back on his old ground. Rice. Ball. At the moment, absolutely no comparison at all between the Arsenal of last week and the Arsenal of this week. Daly there fouling Charlie George. And Daly is having his name taken, which I'm bound to say seems a little harsh to me. But his name goes into the book. So within 9 minutes of making his first appearance in the First Division, the young man from Ireland finds his name in the referee's book for the tackle on Charlie George. Price, ball. Charlie George. And there's Radford now taking up a position on that far side. Oh, and this is a chance now for Kennedy, but it's gone over. But he was offside. And I think Stepney is hurt with that collision with Ray Kennedy. They certainly thumped into each other, but there was no malicious intent about it for Kennedy. His eye was on the ball, hoping to flick it over Alex Stepney's head. Well, Tommy Docherty said that he was very satisfied with Manchester United's pre-season form. He says it always takes the first month with 2 games a week really to see what your side's going to be like. Stepney all right again. A free kick then to Manchester United. Morgan trying something dainty, and Charlie George was in to beat him. Kennedy back for Armstrong, on to Rice. Oh, he collected that well, Rice, because it looked as though Macari had a chance. Ball. That is Steve Birkinshaw over in the Arsenal dugout there, applauding away. I think he must be well satisfied with the way that Arsenal are showing so much enthusiasm in this early part of the game. I suppose you might say at this stage of the season, if they don't show enthusiasm, when will they? Here's Rice again. Very good indeed, and a fine save by Stepney, and he gave away the corner. Arsenal making that extra man so well. Stepney did well there, and it's very often Rice who's making those galloping overlaps. Ball then with the corner again for Arsenal. Hit low, and Martin planting it behind for another one. Holton, Blockley again right in there, and that time it was McMartin getting it away. Kennedy. And now Macari for Manchester United. Morgan is up with him. Anderson is up as well. It's 3 against 3 at the moment as Price is hurrying to get back. Morgan. And that's Bob Wilson's, together with Rice. And Ball just keeping it in play. Plenty of good action here for the packed crowd at Highbury this afternoon, and another throw to Manchester United. And Steve Burtonshaw, the Arsenal coach on the left, worked so hard on the defence this last week after their mauling by the Wolves, and Brian Hornsby, the substitute in the middle. Straight to Armstrong. Macari trying to fetch something for himself, and then gives it to Charlie George. Armstrong back for George again. Hit beautifully! Really the minimum of effort and backlift there, and Charlie George rifled that one at Stepney. Graham now. Simpson. Throw to United. Jerry Daly to McMartin. Anderson is in there too, but straight at Wilson. Rice for Arsenal. James. Charlie George with the throw. George again. Deep towards Ray Kennedy. Price has got it again! Beautiful skills by Price, hitting it on the volley from an angle as sharp as that. Popping up in all the unexpected places. Really a player with a tremendous potential here at Arsenal. Rice with a header. Holton winning it in the air. Charlie George again. Now to Kennedy. Wide for Armstrong. Again Rice using the width of this pitch well. It'll come for Armstrong. First time there towards Radford. A beautiful header, just over. Armstrong, the instigator of so much. Here's Radford with a good header. Armstrong really the instigator of so much, and Rice causing a fair bit of havoc with some really good positive running on the overlap for Arsenal. Daly, Graham, and offside given against Anderson. The whistle had gone and the referee was right. Although Morgan was onside, there was no doubt about it that Trevor Anderson was offside when that ball was played, coming back into an onside position though. So we're into injury time now at the end of the first half. Blockley with a free kick for Arsenal. As the whistle goes for half-time, Arsenal leading with a goal scored after only 2 minutes of the game by number 10, Ray Kennedy. The half-time score here at Highbury reads Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. Come back to the second half in just a couple of minutes. So welcome back then for the second half of Arsenal against Manchester United. Arsenal leading by that 1-0, and Arsenal now defending the goal to our left. Having looked the better side in the first half, and quite deservedly going in 1 goal to the good. A free kick for them. Which Alan Ball is going to take. Blockley, in fact, had made a tremendous late run in towards that area, and there's Blockley getting in against the crossbar. Well, that was very close indeed. Blockley puffing out his cheeks there in that area. Came so very close indeed, the number 5. Radford now. Cross by him. And United really had a bit of full stretch to get that one away, but Macari. And now Radford again, and Arsenal really picking up where they left off. And there's another header by Stepney, or rather against Stepney by Kennedy. Price for Rice. Blockley. Radford again playing very wide, turning it in towards David Price, but now Manchester United in possession. Blockley's header. Ball filling in very nicely there to take it, and now with Armstrong. Rice. Kennedy off in pursuit of this one, but Tony Young should get there first. Crossed again there towards Radford, yes! Two nothing. And good play again by Kennedy. And the ball coming across for Radford, very invitingly indeed, to hook that one in. 2-0 to Arsenal. And Radford has made it 2-0. Manchester United now with their substitute on the field, Sammy McIlroy, on for Jerry Daly. There's McIlroy. McNabb with the throw. A push in the back by Martin on ball, and a free kick to Arsenal. David Price in a lot of space there. Chip towards Bob McNabb. And McNabb hustling in between two United defenders to get it again. And James nodding it away, but only as far as ball. Armstrong, and Arsenal now playing very skillfully indeed. McNabb again on the far side, getting in with the header. Radford trying to turn on it. And finally Buchan, in desperation, getting it away to Willie Morgan. Ball, George, and James getting it away again. But Arsenal now so dominant. Armstrong to Pat Rice. Radford on the far side wanting it in the air, but Holton winning that one. Macari. Morgan to Macari. Macari again. Or rather, Morgan. And Simpson belting that one into touch for a throw to Manchester United. Macari again. And a free kick to Manchester United. A foul by Simpson on Macari. Bertie Mee on the left of the picture in the sunglasses. Not smiling, but I would think feeling quite happy. Morgan again. Across towards George Graham. And against the crossbar there by Graham. The nearest by a long way that Manchester United have come to a goal. Here's Morgan again across the face of the goal this time, and a goal kick. Well, a goal then would have put Manchester United right back in it. George Graham, the former Arsenal player, hitting that crossbar. Holton's header. Rice. Unfair challenge by George on Steve James. Manchester United's free kick. Anderson nodding it on towards Macari. Simpson covering up well for Arsenal. Buchan. Rice. Buchan again. George Graham sold a beautiful dummy on Alan Ball there. The pass now for Martin. Young with Morgan free on the right. Beautifully played there by Young for Morgan, and this could be very dangerous as the bodies pile in there. And a few boots were flying and the ball finishes up in the net, but nothing is given. Because there must have been an unfair foul, probably by Macari on Wilson. Free kick. In fact, it was thrown in the net. Well, Ball picking up that loose one very well indeed. On for Charlie George. Still with George. And a tremendous shot and a fine save. That really was magnificent football. The break by Ball, the dummy by George, and the shot and the magnificent save by Alex Stepney, which drew applause from both Manchester United and the Arsenal players. Good play again by Charlie George, but a truly world-class save there by Stepney, and a corner for Arsenal. Armstrong with it. Kennedy leading them all again. Morgan away to the safety of the stands. Tommy Kavanagh pointing out something, but Tommy Doherty is far too intently looking at the action. Price after him. But now it's with Willie Morgan. Martin. Buchan. Martin again. Oh, it opened up a bit for him there for a moment. Buchan again. And a header without really enough power there from McIlroy. Charlie George. Kennedy taking possession with his ally up front. Radford away on the left here. The cross again by Radford as George goes in. Kennedy there too. And over the top by Alan Ball. Cry of Super Reds coming up from the North Bank, and Arsenal in patches have really looked in superb form this afternoon. Lockley and Simpson misunderstanding each other. Macari with a shot, yes! It's disallowed. It's disallowed. Well, he's disallowed that one. But even so, Alan Ball is furious with the muddle in that Arsenal defence. It can hardly have been for offside. It can only have been for pushing on an Arsenal defender, I would have thought. But whatever it was, well, it couldn't have been pushing because he's given an indirect free kick with his arm aloft. McNabb, who's had a fine game in defence. Simpson. And now Rice. Everybody's so eager to attack on this Arsenal side now. Armstrong and Radford. And Rice has gone on, and Buchan just got the foot to it to stop him. Well, I would have seen that the other way, that if anything, that was Willie Morgan backing in on McNabb. McNabb made a good contact with that ball, and it was only afterwards that his body met Willie Morgan's. And in all honesty, Bill Gow wasn't in exactly the right angle to spot that. Holton is up there and has stayed up. Martin pumping it back again. Anderson coming in with a header. Getting in very skillfully behind that Arsenal defence. But really coming in like that, could only have had a vague idea where the goal was and how far he was from it. Martin. Anderson. And a corner to Manchester United. Just 10 minutes to go now. Manchester United 2-0 down. Willie Morgan with the corner for them. And Holton getting it in. Anderson trying with the back heel. Oh, and he almost scored an incredible goal while he was on the ground. Sort of goal that no defence really could ever legislate for, with Anderson there sprawling on the ground, flailing his feet around and just turning it wide. Bob Wilson with the kick. Alan Ball to Charlie George. Martin. Again, that man Simpson is there. Macari again, and again Simpson is there, but this time it comes to McElroy. Macari again, and he's offside. Blockley very hard in on Macari after that whistle had gone. Arsenal a free kick. It's Ball to Kennedy. Charlie George. Pace really has flagged now, and I'm surprised it stayed as high as it has for so long in this tremendous heat. Ray Kennedy. Playing it through for Alan Ball again. Here's a chance for Ball. 3-0. With 3 minutes left, that close-knit work again on the edge of the area pays off for Arsenal as Alan Ball sneaks in and can almost choose his spot past Stepney. So just under 3 minutes left. Alan Ball makes it absolutely safe now for Arsenal. Kennedy pulled down there by Holton. Certainly it would be futile to condemn Manchester United on this one performance on the opening day of the season, but there were people last season who said that rather than their troubles being over when they avoided relegation, it could be that they were just beginning. They might be fairly near the truth. Radford, a beautiful jump again. McNabb. Radford down and injured. Charlie George going on. Still with George, and a good save by Stepney as it needed to be. And Stepney very sportingly nearly taking the head off one of our cameramen, so that Radford could get a bit of attention. Stepney thought that he had seen that Radford was in a bit of pain there. Very sportingly whacked it straight into touch so that Fred Street could come on and see to the Arsenal man. John Radford is going off. Radford, scorer of the second goal, who has looked in as good a form this afternoon as I can ever remember seeing him in an Arsenal shirt, hobbling off, getting a great round of applause from the Arsenal crowd, as I would think he most certainly deserves. And Brian Hornsby, this promising youngster that we saw last week against Wolves, who scored then, comes on. And he's on for precisely 3 seconds. And Arsenal go in with a very, very comfortable victory. There's Hornsby with a goal scored by number 8, Alan Ball, by number 9, John Radford, who's gone off, and by number 10, Ray Kennedy. So the full-time score here at Highbury is Arsenal 3, Manchester United 0.